My wife skipped my birthday dinner. Hours later, she walked in with another man, laughing. See, he's still waiting like a puppy. I stayed quiet. The next morning, she walked into the bedroom. Her best friend was lying on my chest, giggling. She completely lost it. My wife didn't show up to my birthday dinner. I sat alone at the restaurant for 2 hours. Table for two by the window, white tablecloth, candles already lit. Reservation under my name, Thompson. Party of 2, 7 p.m. The waiter kept coming by. Young guy, maybe 25, clean cut, increasingly uncomfortable. Sir, would you like to order now? 5 more minutes. She's probably just stuck in traffic. He nodded, smiled sympathetically, walked away. 15 minutes later, he was back. Sir, ready to order? 5 more minutes. I'm sure she'll be here soon. He brought me more bread, more water, kept my glass full. This happened 6 times over 2 hours. Other diners started staring, whispering behind menus. A couple at the next table kept glancing over. The woman looked genuinely sad for me, kept touching her husband's hand. The man looked away every time I caught his eye. I checked my phone constantly. No texts, no calls, no missed notifications, nothing. By 9 p.m., the restaurant was emptying out. Last seating was at 8:30. The waiter came back one final time with the check, just for my water and the basket of bread I'd barely touched. No charge, sir. I'm really sorry about tonight. His pity was worse than anything else. I left cash anyway, a $50 bill for nothing. Walked out through the restaurant, past the remaining couples, past the hostess who'd seated me with such enthusiasm 2 hours earlier. My car was alone in the parking lot. I sat behind the wheel, checked my phone again. Still nothing. Called her, straight to voicemail. Hey, it's Sarah, leave a message. I didn't leave one. Just hung up, stared at the screen, drove home, 20-minute drive, every minute feeling longer than the last. The house was completely dark when I pulled into the driveway. All the lights off, every window black. Her car wasn't in her usual spot. I sat in the driveway for 20 minutes, engine off, staring at my phone, willing it to light up, willing an explanation, an apology, an emergency that would make this make sense. Nothing came. Finally, I went inside, unlocked the door, dropped my keys on the counter. The house was silent, empty, cold. I made myself a drink. Whiskey, neat, 3 fingers. Sat on the couch in the dark living room. Didn't turn on the lights, just sat there in the darkness, drinking, thinking. That's when I heard her laugh outside. High-pitched, drunk, happy. The kind of laugh she used to give me years ago. Car doors, footsteps on the walkway. Her voice, shh, shh, you're so bad. A man's voice, deep, laughing too. The front door opened. Light spilled in from the porch, bright, harsh. She walked in with him. Tall guy, maybe 6'2", expensive suit, dark charcoal, well-tailored, his hand on her lower back, possessive, familiar, like he'd done it 100 times before. They didn't see me at first. She was giggling, stumbling slightly in her heels, red stilettos, the ones that hurt her feet. She only wore them for special occasions. Her dress was red too, the one I'd bought her for our anniversary last year. Silk, expensive. She'd said it was too much, too fancy, had never worn it for me. She was wearing it for him. Then she saw me, sitting on the couch in the dark, glass in hand. She stopped, smiled, not embarrassed, not guilty, not shocked, amused. See, she said, pointing at me like I was an exhibit, turning to him, to this stranger in my house. I told you, he's still here, still waiting, like a puppy. The man laughed, uncomfortable at first, glancing at me, then harder when he saw I wasn't moving, wasn't reacting. She laughed too, louder, head thrown back, hand on his chest, fingers spread, intimate. I didn't move, didn't speak, just sat there looking at them, at her, at the man with his hand on my wife's back, in our house, on my birthday. Her smile faded slightly when she really looked at my face, when she saw something there she didn't expect. What? She said, voice sharp, defensive already. Don't be dramatic, okay? It's just Mark, from work. You know Mark. We went for drinks after the office thing. Happy hour ran late. Stop making everything about you. On my birthday, I said quietly, calmly. She rolled her eyes, full dramatic gesture, hand in the air. Oh my God, you're so needy. I forgot, okay? I've been busy. Work has been insane. The Peterson account is a nightmare. Stop guilt-tripping me. I took a sip of my whiskey, said nothing. Mark shifted uncomfortably, started backing toward the door, reading the room better than she was. I should probably go. It's late. No, stay, she said quickly, grabbing his arm, fingers tight on his sleeve, almost desperate. He's fine. He's always fine. He never makes a scene, never gets angry. He's completely harmless. The word hit me like a slap. Harmless. I stood up slowly, set my glass down on the coffee table, ice clinking against crystal, walked past them without a word, shoulder brushing hers. She smelled like his cologne. Expensive. Not the kind I wore. Where are you going? She called after me, annoyed now, not concerned, not apologetic, annoyed that I was ruining her moment. I didn't answer. Went upstairs, down the hallway, past the photos on the wall, our wedding, vacations, smiling versions of people who didn't exist anymore, into our bedroom, locked the door behind me, pulled out my phone, scrolled to Jess, Sarah's best friend, the one she'd known since they were 14, since freshman year of high school, the one who'd been maid of honor at our wedding, the one who'd cried during her speech about how perfect we were together, the one who'd pulled me aside 2 months ago at Marcus's backyard barbecue and told me, quietly, away from everyone else, that my wife was cheating. I hadn't believed her at first, had actually gotten angry, defended Sarah, made excuses. She's just stressed. Work is hard. She's not like that. But Jess had been insistent, serious. I'm telling you because you deserve to know. She's been seeing someone from work, multiple times a week. She told me about it, bragged about it. I can't stay quiet anymore. I'd started paying attention after that, started noticing things. Late nights that didn't match her calendar, new clothes appearing in her closet, different perfume, more expensive. Phone always face down on tables, smiling at texts and then quickly locking the screen when I walked into the room. All the signs I'd been ignoring. Now I texted Jess. You still want to help me? 3 dots appeared immediately. Yes, absolutely. What do you need? Come over, right now. Don't knock. I'll leave the door unlocked. I'll explain when you get here. On my way. 10 minutes. I sat on the edge of the bed, waiting, listening to the voices downstairs. Sarah laughing, Mark's deeper voice, the clink of glasses. She was making him a drink, in our house, on my birthday. Jess arrived 23 minutes later. I heard her car pull up, watched from the bedroom window. She parked on the street, got out, looked up at the house. I texted her, doors open, come straight upstairs. She did, quiet, careful. I met her in the hallway, put a finger to my lips, pointed downstairs. We could hear them. Sarah's voice, drunk, loud. He's probably sulking. He'll get over it. He always does. Jess's face went hard. She'd known Sarah for 20 years, had never seen this side of her. Or maybe she had and just hadn't wanted to tell me. We went into the bedroom. I closed the door quietly, locked it. What happened? Jess whispered. I told her. Everything. The dinner. Waiting for 2 hours. Driving home. Sarah walking in with Mark. What she'd said. Like a puppy. Jess's jaw clenched tighter with every detail. She said that? She actually said you were waiting like a puppy? Exactly like that. And she laughed. And he laughed. That's not just cruel. That's sadistic. I know. So what do you want to do? I told her my plan. Explained it step by step. She stared at me. Then slowly, she smiled. Not warm, not happy. Cold, sharp, calculated. That's perfect, she said. Let's do it. We waited, sat on opposite sides of the bed, talked quietly about Sarah, about how she'd changed over the last 2 years, become dismissive, mean, how I'd made excuses, convinced myself it was work stress, normal marriage difficulties. Everyone goes through rough patches. It's not normal, Jess said. Normal people don't treat their spouse like they're an inconvenience. Normal people don't forget birthdays and bring home their affair partner. I kept thinking it would get better. It doesn't get better when someone stops respecting you. It just gets worse. We talked until we heard Mark leave around midnight, car starting, driving away. Then Sarah's footsteps on the stairs, unsteady, drunk, going to the guest room, not looking for me. I heard the door close, then nothing. Morning came slowly, gray light through the curtains, dawn breaking. I heard Sarah moving around downstairs around 7. Footsteps, cabinet doors opening, water running, pills rattling, aspirin probably. Then footsteps on the stairs, heavy, slow, hungover. She tried the bedroom door, locked, a pause, then knocking. Open the door. I didn't answer. Jess was already in position, in the bed, covers pulled up, hair deliberately messed. She'd even borrowed one of my t-shirts. I said open the door, louder now, angry, fist pounding. I unlocked it, stepped back, let her push it open. The door swung open hard, hit the wall. Sarah stormed through, face flushed, hair a mess, still in last night's red dress, makeup smeared, ready to yell, ready to make this somehow my fault. Then she froze, complete stop, like someone had pressed pause on her. Jess was in our bed, sitting up, covers pulled to her chest, hair messed up, morning light coming through the window behind her. She looked at Sarah and smiled, small, sweet, gave a little wave. Morning, Sarah, Jess said, voice light, cheerful, like this was completely normal. Sarah's face went through 3 colors in 3 seconds. White, red, purple. What the fuck is this? What does it look like? I said calmly, standing by the window, arms crossed, voice level. You, she couldn't get the words out, pointing at Jess, at me, back at Jess, her hand shaking. You slept with Jess, my best friend, in our bed? I shrugged. You brought Mark home, on my birthday, laughed about me waiting like a puppy, made him drinks in our kitchen, seemed like you'd already decided the marriage was over. That's completely different. How? She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. Nothing came out. Her hands were shaking. Mark is just, it's not serious. Just what? Jess asked, still in bed, still calm. Just fucking? Because that's what you told me 3 weeks ago at lunch. You said you and Mark have been fucking for 4 months. You told me he was better than your husband. You laughed about it. Sarah's eyes went huge. She looked at me. She told you. She did, I said. 2 months ago, at Marcus's barbecue. Pulled me aside while you were inside. Told me everything. That you'd been cheating. That you'd been lying. That you talked about me like I was nothing. Then why didn't you? Because I didn't believe her at first. I defended you. I made excuses. I pulled out my phone. Opened the photo album I'd created. Then I started paying attention. Started noticing things. And I hired someone. I showed her the photos. Her and Mark. Different hotels. Different days. 5 separate occasions. Timestamps. Dates. Locations. The Marriott downtown. 3 weeks ago. The boutique hotel on 5th Street. Last month. The extended stay near the airport. airport, 6 weeks ago, all of them clear. Undeniable. Her and Mark walking in together, coming out together, his hand on her back, her laughing. Private investigator, I said. Cost me $2,000, worth every single penny. She lunged for the phone. I stepped back, held it high, out of reach. You can't, this isn't legal. You can't spy on people. It's completely legal. I checked with a lawyer first, and I already sent copies to him, filed for divorce yesterday afternoon. You'll get served Monday morning. You set me up! She was screaming now, face purple, spit flying. You and Jess, this whole thing. You planned this to humiliate me. Nothing happened, Jess said calmly, standing up now, fully dressed underneath the covers. Jeans, sweater, boots. I got here at 1 a.m. We sat in this room and talked about what you've done, about how you've treated him. I got in the bed an hour ago so you'd see me when you woke up. We didn't touch, didn't kiss. Nothing physical happened. Sarah looked between us, face crumpling. You did this just to hurt me. No, I said. You hurt yourself. You hurt us. I just made sure you felt a fraction of what I felt last night, sitting alone in that restaurant, checking my phone, making excuses to the waiter, watching other couples eat their meals while I waited for someone who wasn't coming, who was with someone else. Get out, I said quietly. This is my house too. Not for long. The lease is in my name, only my name. You insisted on that when we moved in, remember? Said it would be easier for taxes. I called the landlord yesterday. You have 30 days to find somewhere else to live. Her face crumpled completely. She started crying. Real tears now. Not the manipulative ones she used when she wanted something. Actual pain. Please, I'm sorry. I'll end it with Mark right now. I'll call him. We can fix this. We can go to counseling. I'll do whatever you want. I don't want to fix it. Please, I love you. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. People make mistakes. You made choices. For 4 months. Deliberate choices. Jess walked past her toward the door. Stopped in the doorway. Looked back at Sarah. You had a good man, Sarah. He loved you. Remembered every anniversary. Every birthday. Made you coffee every morning exactly how you like it. Rubbed your feet when you complained they hurt. Listened to you talk about work for hours. And you threw it all away for someone who's probably going to dump you the second his wife finds out. Sarah collapsed against the wall, sliding down, sobbing into her hands. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I grabbed my jacket from the chair, my keys from the dresser, my wallet, my phone. Lock the door when you leave, I said. Walked past her, down the stairs, through the living room where she'd laughed at me last night, out the front door. Jess followed, silent, supportive. We got in my car. I started the engine, backed out of the driveway. Sarah appeared in the doorway, still crying, hand reaching out. I didn't look back, just drove away.